Hello, Collective. Welcome into this reading today. So, I have very few messages here, and what I'm getting is that something surrounding themes that you have been noticing in your life, and some things that you may have not put together. It was 22 when I said that. You may have not put together because I wrote down you may not have put two and two together. So the number 22 could be definitely very significant here. Um, I do have, we're going into signs and symbols. And what I am told is that these symbols that you see may be things that you have been noticing in your life that you have not put two and two together. So, this is a very mysterious and a very unknown. As I was shuffling some decks and putting them away, this card was in the wrong deck, the book. And this is definitely a part of the themes that has been coming up. Now, this one says education, knowledge, research, unknown, mystery, and secret. And the part that's really resonating for me is one of the things that I did write down anything to do with books or writing your own story. And that it feels like a very unknown and very mysterious time. And when I was writing that, the word Scorpio just kind of came to mind. So Scorpio could be very significant here. Scorpio season coming up. I don't know. Maybe you are a Scorpio. Maybe you can let us know how that resonates for you. Now, I did get the message that there's kind of a side note. I'm getting the sense that it's kind of a guide off to the side. Okay, we'll see what comes up with that. Very indigenous, very tribal. It feels very African in nature. I'm just thinking about drums all of a sudden. So that could be one of the signs and symbols as well. Also, I'm told that there's going to be like different threads of energy and that this entire reading may not flow together. It flows with something else. Oh, okay. So I'm getting the message at the moment that it may flow to something that you haven't connected, putting that two and two together. So I feel like there's going to be pockets of information coming out. And then they also reminded me, I felt so guided to grab my tourmaline. And they reminded me of the video that I did where I read the information about pressure and heat creating energy in tourmaline. And so I wrote myself a note to link that in the description box if that lands for you and you want to see that. Now, as I looked up, it was 333 on the timer, which is one of the first things that I have about signs and symbols. I'm going to go into that now. The number 8, 818, 33, and 321, and then we just added 22 could be very significant for someone. Also, there's something about the ears in particular. You may have been having physical symptoms at this time. Things that I personally have noticed, so it could resonate for you as well, is lack of sleep, lack of energy, feeling tired, just not being able to something completely fully relax for longer than 3.5 hours. That's just the way it's been. And then something to do with the ears, possibly feeling dizzy, lightheaded, the ears draining, something to do with draining and possibly releasing toxins at this time. And then when I lit my sage, this has never happened before. just with it sitting here on the table and burning, the smoke alarm went off. That's never happened before. Now, if I got closer to it, yes, but just with it sitting on the table, no. So I was questioning, is this some kind of an alert to alert you to something? It feels different than warning. Become aware. And we did start out here with this unknown and mysterious. So alerting you to something. And I'm just being reminded, I'm being brought back to this side note of tribal or indigenous. Okay, so what are the symbols here that are going to help people put two and two together? What do they need to know? For this 888 collective, how is everybody doing? We're in a very unique time frame as I'm recording this. It is the Barbeau's basket. I've been trying to watch a little bit on it. I still feel a little confused about it, on what it means for me. Well, what it means for the collective as well. It's like I'm still figuring it out. I feel like that could be a sign. Okay, so we have a gold heart. We have a penny. This penny, the date, I feel like I should read 2018. We have a black and white high-heeled shoe. We have the sun, which this is a very old-looking symbol of the sun. It's giving kind of a Mayan feel. We have the crescent moon with a cat in it. Oh, a cat. Cats acting differently could be very significant. We have a bird, a perched bird is what I'm hearing. We have a bee. And interesting, because I went to visit my daughter. Well, I went to stay with the grandkids while my daughter and her husband went on vacation. And there was a lot of issues with wasps. So wasps and bees could be very significant. We have this pink ring with the little loop on top that has just always reminded me of an engagement ring. And then we have, interesting, we said Scorpio. And I feel like this is connected to Scorpio. We have this red lipstick and we have a red heart. Now, why that's going with Scorpio, don't know. That's where I'm picking up this information. And La Luna. So we definitely have the sun and the moon out here. We did just have the super new moon, the darkest night. So that was some of the last readings that I did. I'm hearing that anything can be a sign or a symbol here during this reading. Certain colors you see. I also have the candle here for candle dancing. If you see that flickering at any particular moment and it catches your eye, that's a symbol for you. Yes, listen up, pay attention. Alert you to something. Okay, now, there's not only messages here, but I feel like the animals themselves are symbolic, that you've either been seeing them or you feel that they are a part of your totem or you're just very connected. Bottom of the deck, Snake Spirit, A Time to Heal, and card 55. Okay, because I'm seeing this snake and it's rising, it's giving a very kundalini. Oh, and under that is the chameleon spirit. Act as if. This just made me think of that very mysterious, unknown, having to shift through or wade through this unknown time or phase. The card that came out upright is card 48, Porcupine Spirit. Time for a beginner's mind. This turquoise is standing out to me very strong. And these came out all in a clump. So let's see what these are. Flamingo Spirit, Embrace the In-Between, card 26. Stag Spirit, Take the Lead, card number 58. And I'm just noticing here as I'm pulling these out, these two particular cards have that indigenous feel with the feathers, adorning or decorating yourself with, it feels like some sort of a headdress or markings on the face. Now I'm seeing like, oh gosh, kind of if you put white paint on your hands and you went like this, and then I'm seeing like 3 white circles. Card number 52, Scarab Beetle Spirit, Magic works through you. Oh my goodness. And as I say that, ooh, tingles and my crown chakra. What's the term? I want to say medicine man. That's not what I was going to say, but it seems to fit. And we did we not? Yes, the snake, Time to Heal, Medicine Man. And this face paint. Okay, we'll see if anything else comes through. Parrot Spirit, card number 45. Watch your words. Oh. Casting spells. Watch your words. That reminds me, I think I did a post about it. I watched something so interesting to me. I was just kind of blown away by the whole information. And it was about the movie Mary Poppins, the original, 1964. And interesting, as I was saying that, it was 12/4/6. And it came out in 64, I believe. Is that right? I don't even know if that's right now that I say it. So apparently the number 4664 has some significance here. And it was talking about the song Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and how it is also spiritually related. Oh, putting 2 and 2 together, something you never put together before. Oh, I will definitely, let me write a note here to link that video. If you didn't see the post, I'll put it in here as well, if you're interested in watching that. And what I was reminded of when I watched it is they did a little section on the man who kept floating because he was laughing, like this euphoric kind of energy, and it just because it felt good. And when I was watching that section, what I was reminded of is the video that I did, well, it's been 2 or 3 videos ago. I can link it as well, about the decompression. And like, it felt like it brought that message together for me. So I will link that if you are interested in that. Or maybe you resonated with that and now it's bringing you here, putting 2 and 2 together. What else, Spirit, do we need to know here? I am noticing that with the porcupine, and what else? What other? Oh, wasps. The wasp and bee spirit. So all of those have this pointed stinger. The porcupine has I don't remember what you call that, but that will poke in you. So getting poked, or someone poking at you, or something stings, it hurts, it's painful. And hold on. They just took me to the indigenous, the medicine man, and then acupuncture. I did watch something recently about the original meaning of voodoo dolls. And what it was saying was that back in the day, I believe, I want to say in England, I wouldn't swear to it, that it was illegal for certain people, and you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like it was either women, or possibly women and blacks. It was illegal to go to the doctor. Illegal. And that these medicine men were how they got assistance and how they got help, and that they would create a doll figure. And if, let's say, you came in, we've got ears here, you came in with this problem with your ear and you're dizzy and yada yada yada, whatever information they had told you and advice that they gave you and help, they would mark that as a way. It's kind of like your record. They would put the pins at the ear place, let's say, for this scenario. And then the next time you came in, they would say, "Oh, yes, I remember now." And they would pull this doll down and look back at where they placed markers of what part of your body had had issues and what you've been working with. Why is this all coming out together? No clue. I told you this is going to be random, mysterious, unknown. I'm hearing fun facts. Tell me more about this book, because I also was feeling that possibly this could be Akashic related. I feel like there's something I missed I'm supposed to tell you. Oh, yes, the alert. Because I was writing down that the smoke alarm went off by itself. And when I wrote that, I got the idea of a solo trip, solo travel. Like you went off by yourself to discover something unknown. And that it could also be, I felt like you went off on your own without spirit or without guidance. And then it felt like there was a third meaning to that like what happened, it went off by itself. This could also be internal, that you triggered something was triggered inside, and that you triggered yourself was the message that I was getting. This is gonna be a weird one. If you're expecting this to all flow and go together, this is not your reading. You'll have to drop that expectation and be open to what weirdness comes out, is what I'm hearing. Spirit guides. Card number 41. Spirit mentors and teachers. Abacus. Chemistry. research. There's a mirror here. Painting, music, keyboard specifically, but also music in general, and writing. Oh, top dead center is the feather and the inkwell and the book. A talent for writing. Talent. You could be writing about your talent. This could be maybe you've been planning to write something, or that idea is coming. Maybe this putting two and two together is an idea of something to write about. Perhaps you've just been wanting to write, and it's now that you've gained some kind of knowledge, you're putting two and two together. Bottom of the deck is card 18, Prophets and Ancient Seers, Decisions and Predictive Guidance. Now, interesting, under that's Personal Guide. I had already felt like I was supposed to pull out the purpose, life purpose oracle. And then I'm seeing this here, Predictive Guidance. And I said it kind of felt possibly Akashic. So let's go into the life purpose oracle. Now, as we look at all of these animal cards in relationship to this book, time to heal is on the bottom. I did say something, I don't know where it came from. Oh, the flamingo, embracing the in-between. So we have time for a new beginning, embrace the in-between, take the lead, magic works through you, watch your words. Again, words, writing, a book. And talent guides. I'm getting, you have a way with words. You have a way of speaking or writing, expressing yourself, basically. You have a way of expressing yourself. And something about be mindful of what you project into the world. It's making me think, are we projecting fear? Are we projecting encouragement? Are we projecting positivity? Okay. What do we need to know about the book? Writing. Watch your words because the magic does flow through you. My gosh, I am getting a strong pain in my right ear. Oh. Limitless. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. I'm sensing that you are being used for a divine purpose with your gift of expression and may not have put two and two together. And anything and any purpose, because we started out with all these symbols, right? All these different things. Limitless. Can use anyone and anything. So if there's something that you've been wanting to manifest, it's incredibly possible. Because I feel like I'm speaking to a collective that you have some unique gift that you give to the world that you have not connected yet. And that pulls me into Akashic. Like, it's written that this would be a part of your journey. What else about purpose? Your purpose is limitless. I'm hearing without boundaries. It makes me think about flowing freely, yet I don't feel the sensation of flowing freely, if that makes sense. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Okay. I said something about lack of sleep, lack of energy. This is talking about exhaustion. The exhausted ego. I feel like it's the ego and the in-between. I kind of feel a sensation of headache right here at my temple area. Maybe someone's been having headaches. The divine flow. That's what I said. I was thinking about flow. I didn't necessarily feel it. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the Tao, the divine flow, at all costs. I'm seeing these symptoms. I had that sharp pain in my ear, this kind of headache coming on. It's making me think of consciousness expanding. So you could definitely be having physical symptoms right now. And definitely it's correlating here with expanded consciousness. Prophets and seers, ancient seers. I'm seeing the medicine man as a seer of being able to see within you the problem that you came to see the medicine man or medicine woman for. And the prophets, I said I was thinking about flow. Something about the thoughts, prophetic, and your words. Your words are prophetic. You're speaking, you are literally speaking things into existence through your creation. Now, whether your speaking is through the painting, through writing, through playing music, writing music. And then we have the abacus here. And I'm just seeing how you would use an abacus, and that's very ancient, right? A very ancient way of calculating, of adding, and and you have not put two and two together. Guys, this is so odd. I'm doing my best to deliver this message, but my brain, my ego wants to understand it, and I feel like we're not supposed to. We're just supposed to hear it and accept it And that it's like something in this message, because we heard it, it's going to make sense over here because you haven't put two and two together yet. But when you do, okay, all of a sudden, they just brought me back to the flamingo, embrace the in-between. So if you're in between one life and another life, you haven't put two and two together yet. You haven't put this life and this life together yet. So there's an integration. You might feel like you're just in the middle, but you're drawing these two energies together. You're closing the gap. Let's keep going. Divine Source. Oh, this is a beautiful card. These colors are just jumping at me. Help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. Man, my head. Whew. It's here. It's like right at the brow or the hairline where your forehead meets your hairline. These colors and hummingbirds feel like they go together. Now, this particular color I've talked about a lot, and I do talk about the hummingbird. What it's reminding me of is frequency, high frequency. Something about this mind expansion. They're bringing me to pineal gland and vagus nerve, especially pineal gland. Okay. And then we have inner power. So we have divine flow and divine source. I don't even know if there's another card that says something like that. Oh, there is. I see divine love. So inner power, Leo. We're entering Leo season. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Alert. Alert you to something. The color orange, burnt orange, it's making me think of autumn. Autumn colors could be very significant. And there's something here, maybe it's fireflies. This card, I'm seeing all these little X's. And it's giving me the feeling that some of them are stars, some of them are birds. Like this looks like a bird in flight to me. X marks the spot, lightning bugs. And what do? They flash for just a moment. Like a beacon. Okay. Divine flow, divine source, and inner power. Let's go with the inner temple oracle and see if we can at least know what we're supposed to do with this information. My gosh. Something lining up, something very solid. A knock could be significant 4 times, or 2 and 2. That's what I did. I see it together, which makes me feel that that makes sense. But what it all means, I have no idea. My ego is like so confused right now. My humanness is like, what the heck? And they're saying, get out of humanness. Step into the esoteric space, the third eye space, imagining, dreaming, a very air energy. What do you want us to know? Divine flow, divine source, inner power. Definitely coming back to this Kundalini thing with the snake on the bottom. The rise. As I look at that, I think about the porcupine. You know, their quills. Oh, quill. Quill. And writing with a quill. Didn't put two and two together. Quill. I'm thinking about the fact that I was given a journal and a quill and ink by someone, and I've never tried it. I don't know calligraphy. My daughter does that, but I've never tried it, so it's unknown to me. But what I was seeing, going back to my first thought, was that candle was just really drawing my attention. I don't know if any of you noticed that. It was like very tall and skinny. The porcupine, the quills, they kind of lay flat, but then when they feel endangered, they kind of do this and they flick up and outward out of protection. Alert, it went off by itself. Oh, Spirit, what does all this mean? Went off by itself. Bottom of the deck, Chamber of Healing, and bottom of the deck of the animal cards, Time to Heal. See, it makes sense, but I have no idea what it means. This is so strange and mysterious. So this woman is sitting here. So she doesn't have any clothes on. She has this wrapped around her. So as you're sitting here with nothing on, it's reminding me of a time of vulnerability, being open to learning something new. I'm seeing she's looking to this on the wall in this doorway. It's an Egyptian symbol. Egyptian seems to go with the alchemy. Time to heal ancient wounds. Maybe of the feminine. Very feminine energy here and a feminine energy that she's looking. I was going to say looking at, but I heard looking to. Looking to. So someone could be watching you, looking up to you, looking to you for answers. And this could be anything from kids to just, someone in your path that you meet along the way. We have the Chamber of Innocence. that white, the purity. I was thinking about purity. I don't think I said it. Coming back to a time where you're open to learn and receive information. You're just willing to learn. And we have Chamber of Surrender. Okay. This is giving me a very completely different vibe. So, children, they live at home. I know this isn't everyone's story, but it's a relatable story. So let's go with that one. You grow up in the home under the care of parents, guardian, and this parent or guardian has rules and regulations, and a lot of it's to teach you things that you need to know that will be helpful in your life. Now, what you're taught can be very different depending on that adult, or maybe it's not even an adult. I mean, people grow up in all kinds of circumstances. But it's someone you look to learn from. But within that, in the fact that you're a child and you're not old enough to live on your own, nor would it be safe to. 41, as I said that. 41 was out here in this with the talent guides. You kind of have to surrender to the fact that you don't have all the say-so anymore. There's a set of rules, regulations, guidelines that you have to adhere to in this moment. And we don't always like that. Our ego doesn't always like that. Because especially once you become an adult, you're like, I'm going to do it my way. But there's something here about it's written. There's a written guide to follow to receive divine flow and divine source in to your inner power. Something you haven't put together before. 2 and 2. All right, guys. Let's get some tarot. I feel like more will come out that goes along with this, but I feel like I could esoteric this message all night long and still not know what I'm talking about. Now, interesting, as I went to grab this, these fell all the way in, and I just happened to catch this in the light, or I would have never known it was there. And these were still standing up on the box. Up and out of this was up and out of the box. This was buried in the bottom. 8 of Cups is on the bottom. And I said 8s are important. The self, the inner power. The Chamber of Innocence. The Chamber of Surrender. There's something at this time we're being alerted, I feel like asked to surrender to. And it feels like it's for your highest good because, or for our highest good as a collective, because the opportunities and possibilities are limitless. But we tend to like, our human side likes the structure. But on the other hand, we don't like the structure. Okay, I'm seeing this. seeing this from the child's point of view, like they don't have any other choice. They have to do what the parent guardian says. And then as an adult, we go into this, I did it my way the highway. And we're being asked to come back to this time of innocence and surrender that while we have free will, there are guidelines to follow in this divine flow, this divine source, to receive this inner power. It feels like we have to surrender something, or surrender knowing, to be able to receive this new information that's wanting to come forth. And it feels very cosmic. Feels like ancient wisdom from the spirits, the divine. It's very mysterious. Pardon me, I gotta grab a drink. Okay, as I stopped that, it was 4629. And earlier I said 64, that I had seen 46, so that came up again, just so you know. And 29, 29th of July is entering the I feel like my brain just went empty. That's so odd. Okay, Lion's Gate. Like moments that you just let it all go. All your prior knowledge, just let it go. That pure time. A learning phase. And as I took a drink I'm using this ball jar. As I took a drink, when I looked down, it looks like 55, but it has a line under it. So when you look at it from the bottom, it's 22. Those are both numbers that we had out here. I never noticed that before. 55 was the snake spirit, and putting 2 and 2 together. Arise. Something went off by itself. Rising up. Kundalini, 22 decisions. I had personal guide and ancestors. See, it's something about this knowledge from way back. Egypt could be very significant. Man, I was thirsty. Hydration could be very significant. Hydration, dehydration. You haven't put 2 and 2 together yet. Does this make enough sense to even post it? What do you want the collective to know here? What is it you want them to know? On the bottom, the tower. Beacon of light. Went off on its own. I'm kind of seeing this tower as the hermit going to the tower, to go inside the tower to gain knowledge. Because I'm just seeing that tower as a space to go to, the Akashic Records. We have the King of Wands. Interestingly enough, this was the first card. So this morning I pulled cards for myself. This was the first card out. King of Wands. Creative. It feels, and look how he's looking up. Looking to the divine. This can also be higher self. The Eight of Swords. That's that feeling trapped that we have to surrender. There's something about like Spirit wants to guide you to a very specific space where the possibilities are endless. It's limitless. A space of expansion of your mind and needing to surrender during this time and become childlike, learning and playing. Kids' attention isn't held for very long, right? So there's multiple things to look at. Oh my gosh, okay, I just got Gemini because we see so many different sides. And what was the other thing you just showed me? The message of many different threads of energy. So there's there's a reason behind this confusion. We're being given information here. We're being given information over here, over here, over here. None of it makes sense. And we need to surrender and just allow the information to come towards us. We'll figure it out later. It will come. We have to surrender. We're being asked to surrender to this time of, it's not even so much confusion. It's more just, I don't know what I'm doing. There's something I need to learn. And I feel like they're throwing out these multiple things to learn because later we're going to bring them together. The 2 by 2. And saying that, 2 of Pentacles is what came out. Decisions. Seeing the bigger picture of this path. Choosing this path. Choosing the path of spirituality is definitely diving into the unknown. And then we have the Queen of Cups. And she's looking in this cup, but what I'm seeing is, if you can see inside the cup, it looks like a gold sphere, a gold ball, a golden ball of light. I'm seeing it like, if I were to feel this, it feels like a gold sphere, like made of gold. It's heavy, it's dense, it's valuable, it's seen as value. I'm also surrendering to this learning, surrendering to this path, surrendering to all of these many choices. Things are breaking down. Oh, look, and I said I felt like this was the Hermit, that you're going inside. What you find when you go inside is the Ace of Cups, this new beginning. Under that, Wheel of Fortune. And under that, 2 of Pentacles. Or 2 of Wands. The 2 of Pentacles is already out here. This is that path. This is that juggling something. Interesting, because I was picking up on this Two of Wands energy in the Two of Pentacles. Something about choosing this path, toying with this path. Your soul knows the way. Your humanness is being asked to surrender in this time of unknown. Okay. So what is the importance of this at this time? I'm seeing the game Pin the Tail on the Donkey. You are purposely, an initiation. You know, like a hazing thing that they would do. You're going to a secret space. You had to go alone. Went off by yourself on a solo trip to expand your mind. This could be causing the physical symptoms. And I said something about dizzy or lightheaded. There's something there with that releasing what you knew before. And it feels a little unsteady. Could make you nauseous, could make your stomach upset. But purposely being blindfolded, and you get a sword. I feel like you're being guided through this. She doesn't feel stuck to me here. It feels like she's walking through, like by holding the sword. The sword helps sense the other swords that like are this narrow path taking her to, I shuffled, the tower, in deeper inside, like the hermit, to break down things internally. And that would have to do with the beliefs. Look what's on the bottom, the Hierophant. So being asked to break down these old beliefs and surrender so that you can expand your consciousness. And it's like see more. Okay, this is completely random. I just, when I went see more, like the Sears, I heard Seymour, Indiana. Completely random. I've heard of it. I'm not real sure where it's at. I've probably been there, but what part of the state don't know at this moment. Hierophant, card number 5. Snake Spirit, 55. Something about is clearing a path so these new beliefs can, I'm hearing, rise to the surface. Well, you guys are going to have to let me know if any of you resonate with anything I'm saying, because me, I'm like, how does this all fit together? I mean, little bits and pieces we have kind of connected. This is just a very odd message. All right. What is the guidance here? What is the guidance at this time? What do you want them to know? Because we're only going to get so much depth here. 5 of Swords is on the bottom. Again, the 5. That's those old beliefs that we were taught by whomever, family, society, the time frame that we grew up in, depending on the generation. But there's something about an older wisdom that is coming through that we can all relate to, because we know that lifetime runs through us, whether ancestrally or I'm hearing solely, as in the soul, solo travel, soul travel. This goes back to the Kundalini. The chameleon, the shift, the change. Kind of like act like you know what you're doing. I don't know. 10111 on the timer. This is that trust and faith, that beginner's mind, that in the divine. All right, guys. 7 of Swords. In this decision-making process, feels like walking away from deception. Old beliefs that were deceptive. Ways you looked at things, way you thought about things, because you hadn't put 2 and 2 together. And now there's some clearing. This path opening up and clearing internally to allow the new to come through. This is the in-between phase. The moon, yeah, very hidden. But I'm hearing you will soon see. And we have 8 of Cups. Oh my gosh, where your heart wants to go. I have chills. My gosh. My whole body. Like there's tingling in my ears. It's up my back. It's my arms. You will see. Like I almost want to cry. You're walking away from deception, and you will soon see where your heart wants to go. Where your soul is going. Because it is written, and so it is. When you get out of your head, Lovers underneath that. When you get out of your head about aligning with it. Maybe you think it's not possible to align with what you want. What you want seems like way too big of a possibility. When you get out of your head and allow it to come together, when you clear the internal path for it, it can rise up. It can come to you. Maybe you've been in your head about love. That it's not possible. But it's also about a higher love. Okay, I'm being brought back to the colors. Here, this pink and the hummingbirds. The high frequency. Something about maintaining the high frequency will allow something to align for you. And this does have to do with decisions. The 2s, the Lovers. I said Gemini. All right, guys. I know this is an odd one. I'm not sure where else to go at this moment for this message, or that we're going to get anything else. I feel like we may get some more information in another reading. So I'm going to end this here. Predictive guidance. Predictive guidance about your talent of speaking things into existence. New, childlike. It's a very witchy vibe. It's a very manifesting vibe. I'm seeing the abacus again. Like, yep. I'm seeing like checking off things that you needed to know when they're moved from left to right. It's checking it off. We've done that. We've done that. We've done that. So some form of an I feel like what I'm getting is that some form of an initiation is coming to an end. Because they've just brought me back to the hazing thing again. The solo journey. And that's a very indigenous American Indian, and I don't know if that's all tribes or some tribes, or I don't know that information, but something about when you reach a certain age, send you out on your own and you find your way back home. It's a solo trip, a solo journey, somewhere you had to go on your own. All right, for the collective, to close out this message, what do you want them to know at this time? I'm hearing that you will soon see. You will soon see the path that your heart and soul has been guiding you to. You're about to see what you've manifested. It's coming. Whatever that is for you. On the bottom, a forgotten spell will bring you unexpected blessings. That's what I was just saying. You're about whatever you spoke, or through your talent, or your singing, or your writing, or your painting. This allowed you to alchemize these old beliefs and take you deeper into that place, that tower. I'm seeing the tower as the vessel, our own vessel, and going inside. And you're clicking things off one by one. Oh my gosh, I have the chills again, you guys. Like, I could burst into tears at this moment. I don't understand all of this. I can only tell you what I'm sensing and feeling. Maybe you feel that. It's like right here. Like, maybe that's an indication of how close something is to manifesting. Oh my gosh. And I feel it. There's something about collarbone. Oh, a sense in the collarbone. Okay. Now your collarbone area does hold a lot of emotions. As you detox, or as you release the fascia in those areas, as you open your heart space, your heart center, the more you open, you release these old emotions. It can make you, whatever emotions you've stored here. It can be joy that you've suppressed. It could be sadness, grief, hurt, guilt, shame, anger. We can carry a lot right here. Opening the heart space. As I say that, there's like pain kind of right down the middle, like at the spine, as you, oh, it just popped back there. As you open up this heart space, it's almost as if it's not pinching, it's contracting the muscles around the spine. This is stretching, this is contracting. Okay, they just brought me to embrace the in-between. The in-between being the spine. Magic flows where intention goes. Manifest your dream. Yes. It has to do with manifesting something that you've dreamt of. A powerful spell will bring you what you desire. You can manifest something right now and speak it into existence. And remember to release the expectation of the outcome. Like I'm seeing, I'm manifesting enough money to pay my bills for the next 3 months. So that could be different from everything. It's not a set amount, like I'm manifesting $5,000, $5 million, whatever that is. It's something about be defined enough to receive that and more. Manifesting enough to pay 3 months or more of my current bills. I am manifesting the partner of the higher love. Whatever that is, there's something here about speaking this into existence. And a new chapter is beginning. Embrace the change. That's why it's time for a beginner's mind. Okay, collective. This is where I'm going to leave this reading. If there's more that comes out about this, I will let you know. I know this is a long one, and if you stuck around to the end, kudos to you, because this has been weird. 11301. And as I looked up, I was saying that it was 3 again, that 33. We are collectively rising in some manner of manifestation. So let's celebrate this. For those of you who stuck here to the end, put your favorite animal spirit emoji in there and let me know. All right. I am going to leave this here. I will see you next time. Continue to lead with love. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you so much. Peace out. Bye now.